Welcome aboard the Bitcoin Express. My name is Chase. Let's get to it. We have a lot of information to cover today in this video, and it has to do with tax regulation around the world. We're going to talk about Dubai launching a tax-free zone. We're going to talk about Iran increasing Bitcoin mining. Singapore launches new and friendly crypto regulation. South Korea having a crypto tax-free rule. And then we're going to ask, after going through this, what does this mean for the USA? But more importantly, what does it mean for you? Let's begin. Very big news coming out of Dubai. Dubai will be launching a crypto valley in tax-free zone. No personal or corporate income tax. Yes, you heard that right. No personal, no corporate income tax, nothing. Why would they do this? Well, obviously, this is a way for them to attract businesses. So Dubai Multi-Commodity Center, a Dubai government entity, announced at Davos 2020 on Thursday that it is launching a crypto valley in its free zone at the heart of the city's leading business district. So right now, at this moment, DMCC, which is situated in the heart of Dubai, is home to over 100,000 people and 17,000 member companies representing more than 170 countries and 20 business sectors. The companies range from startups to multinational corporations. Every month, get this, 170 more companies join this area, 95% of which are new to Dubai. Now, this is maybe one of the biggest news stories that I've heard in the last 12 months. A country is saying, come to us. We love crypto. We want all the businesses to be here. Come here right now. And if you look around the world, especially in the USA, they're not doing this. People are leaving countries and moving towards two places such as Dubai because of these friendly benefits. Another place in the world where they value cryptocurrency, they understand it, they know that this is the future, is Iran. They are very big into Bitcoin mining and they want their citizens to mine Bitcoin. Iran authorities have issued 1,000 licenses for cryptocurrency mining, and they're planning on issuing more. Amir Hossein Saidi Nai, who is a member of the Information and Communications Technology Guild Organization's Blockchain Commission, yes, it's a long name. Anyways, he explained that before launching a mining operation in the country of Iran, entrepreneurs must apply for a license, adding that the government has issued over 1,000 permits so far, and several mining farms have already launched operations. Nai estimated that if the local mining industry were to function at full capacity, it would bring $8.5 billion into the local economy. So again, Dubai, Iran, they understand that cryptocurrency, investors and companies in their land, it boosts their economy, it just boosts everything overall. Another country that is jumping into the space is Singapore. They just launched a new regime for cryptocurrency. And the Payment Services Act, which comes into force Tuesday, is the first comprehensive regulation for companies handling activities ranging from digital payments to trading of tokens such as Bitcoin and Ether, as well bringing crypto firms into the regulatory field. The law will hand the Monetary Authority of Singapore formal supervisory powers for cybersecurity risks and controls on money laundering and terrorism financing. So all of these countries in the other side of the world, they like cryptocurrency. They want to regulate it. They want to make it clear. They want companies to move towards them. And that is exactly what companies will do. Binance, which is the largest crypto exchange, why did they move to Malta? They're a Chinese company. Why would they move the whole operation? Well, of course, China is not very friendly towards cryptocurrency. And very easy, very simple. They just got up and they went to Malta. You have to remember, we live in such a global world now where anyone can get up and move. Even a company can, and especially a cryptocurrency company. It's done online, it's global. You can get up and go to another country. So even if something happens to Malta in the future and it's no longer friendly to Binance, Binance can simply get up and they can make their headquarters in Dubai. That's just the way it works. You might always have wondered, why does Amazon not pay any taxes? In 2018, they made $11.2 billion in profits, and they paid $0 in federal income taxes. Well, the reason why is not because they're pulling anything shady. They're really following the benefits that are being provided to them. Countries and states, they beg for companies such as Amazon to come to their state. And they say, if you come, we're not going to charge you any taxes. You can work here freely. You don't have to worry about anything. And the reason why countries and states do this is because by having these companies in their area, most importantly, it provides so many jobs to people. And then the second thing is that it boosts the economy. And the third thing is that this attracts other companies or similar companies to come to the region. And that's how you get these areas such as, let's say, Silicon Valley. Because at one point, it was offering such good benefits, or even in Seattle, where you have Amazon's headquarters, they offer good benefits, countries will go there. Now, we were talking about Malta, right? That's where Binance moved because they're so friendly to cryptocurrency. But sometimes things can change. Oh, before we get to that, I skipped something. I also just wanted to quickly mention that people really do have the ability to get up and move anywhere they want. Just recently, more people are leaving New York City than any other US city. And the reason they're doing this is because of the cost of living and the taxes. They're just so high. New York is not only one of the most desired places to live in America, but in the world. Whenever someone thinks about the world and where they want to go, they think New York City, they think Times Square. So you have a place where New Yorkers are living in, let's say, one of the most desired cities in the world, and they want to leave because taxes are just getting crazy. The cost of living is just getting crazy. Same thing is happening in California. Just in the last year, 691,000 people have moved out of California. And for the same reason, costs of living, taxes are so high. So when a country like, let's say, Malta, I'm going to use them as an example, they're very friendly to crypto. And I asked, but what happens if in the future they're not friendly? So Binance can just simply get up and move. And that is something that I mentioned because it might be a practical situation we have to deal with. There is this news article I have in front of me. The title reads, "Is this the end of Malta's reign as a blockchain island?" The reason they asked this question is because Malta has a new prime minister who's replacing the current one, Joseph Muscat. And people are worried, will this change the way cryptocurrency is treated in Malta? John McAfee posted a tweet and he said, quote, "Well, boys and girls, there goes Malta as a tax haven and supporter of crypto." So again, John McAfee once did have credibility. He kind of lost that with all his recent statements over the years. But nevertheless, it's important to note that when a new person comes into power in a country, everything that was previously friendly and safe to crypto, it can all change overnight. But again, not to worry. Binance, they did it once, they'll do it twice. They'll simply get up and they'll move to the country that is the most friendly towards them. And I'm talking a lot about companies, but the same thing works for a individual, a regular cryptocurrency investor. Whoever you are listening, you have $10,000 worth of cryptocurrency, $100,000 or more. Same thing. You can move, first off, you can just move to, let's say you're living in America, you can just move to a state that has overall more tax-friendly rules, maybe somewhere like Florida. But really, you can move so many places across the world. Many countries in Asia, many countries in Europe, Switzerland, Germany, the rules are just so much more friendly. Now, moving back to another country that understands the importance of cryptocurrency and they do want people to move to their land, regular people and businesses, is South Korea. So just in the beginning of January, South Korea announced that there'll be no crypto tax in South Korea. Now this is crypto tax for trading. So individual buys cryptocurrency, they trade it or they sell it for cash, whatever the reason is, they get to keep that profit, 0% tax. So when this came out, people had this idea that South Korea is the ultimate crypto tax haven. But more recently, we found out it's not necessarily true. Now South Korea is talking about considering a 20% crypto tax on income. So again, this is different. What I just mentioned earlier was a tax on trading. So for now, that is 0% tax. But now they're considering a tax on income of 20%. So that means if you're running a business or you're getting paid in crypto, then you'll have to pay a tax of 20%. And that does make sense. It does make sense. But 20% actually is not that bad, considering that in the US, with the IRS, for example, they issued their guidance on cryptocurrencies and they consider it as a form of property. So because of that, some people in certain income brackets, they can pay a tax up to 39%, even more, on cryptocurrency, which is just ridiculous. So while USA has always been the leader in finance and technology, right now, while the whole world is really racing to be number one, we talked about Dubai, we talked about Iran, Singapore, Malta, South Korea, and this is just what I mentioned today. There are so many. There's Portugal on the list I didn't even talk about. There's Switzerland, there's Germany, there's so many places that want crypto to come to them, and the USA is really just sitting in the back seat, letting it pass by them. The only real, I would say, improvement or advancement that the USA has made recently when it comes to cryptocurrency being in America a place where it's a tax haven is there was a new bill that was proposed to exempt small crypto transactions. So right now at the moment, if you have Bitcoin or Ethereum and you buy a cup of coffee, a bag of chips for $1, you have to account for that and you have to pay a tax on that. And that is very unfriendly. That makes no one want to spend cryptocurrency in America. So if this bill does get passed, it really will be an improvement in America. But the bottom line here, throughout this whole video, and I hope you caught it, is that you're not locked in. We live in a world today where, 100 years ago, you could not have done this. You couldn't get on a plane. You couldn't move to another country. Today, it's very possible. And this picture on the screen I have in front of me of a globe inside of a person's hand, I really love this image because it really is a great, example of how the world is today. If you're not happy with your situation, you can get up and you can move. Of course, there are people that it's very difficult for them to do this. Maybe you might be living in a country that makes it very difficult for you to leave, or you might have a large family, or you might have a physical illness. But for the most part, many people have the opportunity and the ability to get up. You want to start a crypto business, you want to get paid in crypto, whatever the reason is, you own crypto personally, and you're just getting screwed over wherever you live. You have the ability to get up and leave. I hope that you found value in today's video. And if you like this content, I want you right now, go down below and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you next time.